Hey there, aspiring guitarist. I don't have a guitar with me today, but we're going to talk about something that's going to help you with your guitar. I've tried not to bury some of my essential tips. I still don't like to call it lessons. I accidentally typed one the other day lesson, went back and edited it and changed it to tips. Because I'm not your instructor. I've said that many times. I try to help where you may be frustrated or stuck, or things that will enhance your guitar journey. But I do try to put in some theory in a small way that may help you as you continue to expose yourself to vocabulary. And I try to show you ways that'll actually help you, not just, okay, I know a ton of scales. You know, I mean, it was like, you know, our last tip about B to C and E to F, and you know, showing you how to move chords up and down the fretboard. But sometimes you need to slow all that down. You can't put the cart before the horse. I do think that guitar instructors need to let people know, as I've said over and over again, there's more than one way to play a chord. There's a reason that there's more than one a way to play a chord. And you may not get this right now, but put it in the back of your mind and let it just sit there until the light bulb goes off with the proper instructor or the proper person you're playing with. So I want to talk about this book right here. It's Campfire Songs Strummed Together. And I'll put a link in the, you know, it's a Hal Leonard book. I'll put an Amazon link in there. And I got to tell you, it's so easy. I love Guitar Pro. I love Ultimate Guitar. I like all the online stuff. Justin Guitar, Guitar Tuna, Positive Grid, Spark Songs. There's so many digital things. But there's just something about a good old book. But this has so many songs in it, and if you look over here, you'll see it has the different chords for everything from the ukulele to the guitar to the mandolin and more. And there are a lot of songs here. You remember what I said about the video? To this day, the video I have that still has more links, more hits, more likes than any video I ever put out. It's literally been viewed thousands of times, was Do This Every Day. And it was the acronym PASSED. Play a simple song every day. Now, I've showed y'all some guitar books, but the thing that I like about this one, it's got so many different songs. And you know, there's one, Amy, and you can see it gives you all the chord diagrams. You've got the chords displayed over the lyrics and the music notation. And most of these are simple chords. They're simple chords, and you know, Bad Leroy Brown, Blowing in the Wind, Brown Eyed Girl. And look, once again, you can see there's simple chords. And there's something to be said about simplicity. There's something to be said about playing a simple song every day. If y'all been watching my channel, you know I teach my wife. I actually taught her when we got married back in 1987. But then life got in the way. She was a neonatal nurse. I ran businesses. I just come out of the Air Force, blah, 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 blah. But I taught my sons. And, you know, and now I'm teaching granddaughters and hope to teach my grandson and to keep that going. And I teach some other people. And I taught my high school football mates that wanted to play guitar way back in high school in the 70s. Playing songs, playing with other people, but you got to play. And sometimes you have to start with just pulling a chair up next to the bed or wherever you play. If you don't have a a music stand and laying a book down and open it up. And, you know, I know how different people feel about books, but man, I press down on them, get them to lay flat. And the nice thing about this, it's usually just one or two, like that, one page. California Dreaming, one page. That's it. The Campfire song, Catch the Wind, one page. Danny's song, one page. There's nothing as frustrating as trying to play the guitar and then you got to turn the page. So, trust me, I've been in some folk and gospel groups where, you know, we had new music that would pop up on a weekly basis, and we had to read music, and it does not, you know, that's another thing. Somebody will try to rain on your guitar journey. Nowadays, you'll see people playing in restaurants, gigging, and they use tablets, iPads, you know, and that's where they're getting their chords and their songs. Well, like I said in one of my other videos, I watched Billy Joel on a PBS documentary where people were requesting songs. Somebody requested one. He reached over on the piano, pulled out this big hunk of sheet music, and somebody threw in his face, "You don't know your own song?" He said, "You write as many songs as I did. You'll be glad you wrote it into music too." Beautiful. It was just beautiful. You go to a symphony, you go to an orchestra, which I love. I love classical music. I always have. Even when I was little and rock and rolling, just hearing classical music would make me stop. I remember in college, the simple course, music appreciation. And I remember back then, part of the course, we had to buy the albums, and it was a bunch of them, called the Norton Scores. And to this day, I still listen to that. And I mean, it goes from all the way back, Beethoven through Baroque, through this, through that, to American composers and more. I love music. So there's nothing wrong with having to have music in front of you. When I go to the symphony orchestra, they have their music stands. They're playing. It's beautiful. I want to enjoy the music. I don't want to sit there and go, "Well, you had to have music to play." Who cares? Now, if you can memorize stuff, more power to you. Maybe you have that gift. Some people don't. I try to memorize. I try to use the circle of fifths to help me remember chords that are coming and know the chord changes, like on the bridge to a song. You know, where you're, define bridge on Google. See what a bridge is. You know, but between the chorus, the verses, and a bridge. And so I think this is a great little tool, Campfire Songs. If you're going, now I do camp. I camp a lot. My wife and I actually gave to the state of Alabama their official website, outdooralabama.com. It was ours. We're just old campers. We started out tent camping. Very first RV we got was literally a pop-up that popped up. If you're as old as I am, you probably remember AMF, the bowling ball people that made bowling alleys and bowling ball. I had an AMF Scamp, and you literally had to grab the post. I got on one end, my wife got on the other end, and you had to lift up and push it into place to lock it in. And then I cut out a square and put an air conditioner in it. So, you know, hey, Campfire Songs. But you can have Campfire Songs in your bedroom, on the back porch. There's nothing like back porch guitar. And there's nothing like the living room guitar. So, hey, slow down sometime. The theory will come. We don't have to. Remember what I always say, I don't ever want to master the guitar. Sometimes I like to just play. Sometimes I take chords. I do the very things that I show y'all in chord progressions, anchoring chords, seeing what can beautifully go together, how to articulate. That's also the reason I play a nylon guitar. And I can create my own music. But there's something about playing songs. And when you play songs, If you ever wanted to write a song, it'll help you to write a song. Now, the way I write songs, I do the music first, and then I fit lyrics into the music I've made. But everybody does that different. But I strongly suggest when you're frustrated, when you need to just get back to the enjoyment of a guitar, get a book like this, Campfire Songs. That's simple. One page on top of spaghetti. I mean, it's just got a mixture of everything. Let me put this up. You can just see some of the songs. I'll put a link in there, as it says in our description. As of June 6th, we are an Amazon affiliate, like I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, and I was grateful for every link that was clicked. I made like $3.63 over, what, 6 weeks. Thank you very much, and I'm not being facetious. Every little bit helps. It's a guitar I can buy. It's a book I can buy. It's something I can do to help others with their guitar journey, I hope. So I'm grateful. Yeah, and remember, when you click a link in Amazon, that doesn't affect the price you pay. Amazon uses that as their own marketing strategy. They have turned affiliates into advertisers. It's a brilliant strategy. And so you may think, well, yeah, but you're driving up the cost. I would disagree with that, if I've said in some other. Actually, Amazon was brilliant. They've kept their advertising costs down because they pay these very, very minuscule commissions. Now, some people make a lot of money doing that, but they're selling all the time. I don't do that. You know, if I've got something, I didn't make this video to make the dollar I might make if people buy this. So, and if you do buy it, thank you very much. It is appreciated. You know, I took away the memberships. I told you I didn't like having to put things out that made me feel like some were getting something, others weren't. I don't like that. I didn't do that. I never started this channel to monetize, but I explained why I did in small ways. To this day, I've never had anybody click the thanks button. That's okay with me. It means more to me when you click like. It means more to me. I've got a guy who I'm not going to say his whole name, but part of his YouTube name is Gary. And Gary always comments very positively on my videos, and that means a lot to me. I mean, he's a positive guy. He gives good feedback. He suggests things, and we've got some other subscribers that, you know, that it means the world to me when y'all say, hey, I appreciate that. So that's my reward, is knowing that it helped. So I want your guitar journey to be a blessed one, and most of all, always happy picking. Have a great day.